Jack Jack kind of has a minor role in The Incredibles. If people bought the DVD or the Blu-ray, they got to see a short called Jack Jack Attack that kind of shows what he was doing with the babysitter while the rest of the family was going through the movie. And so that's an interesting thing. You know, it's kind of what the T-shirt is here. It's a little symbol of Jack Jack's multiple powers. But the interesting thing is that the family doesn't know anything about those powers. They, when the babysitter saw him, but the babysitter had her mind erased. He changes up by the jet, but that's far away and they don't see it, and he's normal by the time he lands on the ground. So this film, they start to discover that he has these powers, and so it's an interesting kind of fun situation to explore. You know, it's basically the first time all of the voice cast has been together on stage at once. There have been various combinations that have happened, but it hasn't all been at once. So we had CRAIGT Nelson, who plays Mr. Incredible. We have Holly Hunter, who does the voice of Helen or Elastigirl. We had Sam Jackson, who does Lucius Best, also known as Frozone. And Sarah Vowell, who did Violet. And we have a newcomer named Huck Milner, who does the voice of Dash.
Well, I think, you know, the thing that was really exciting for all of us is that Incredibles Part 2 is being created and directed by Brad Bird. So that was kind of the seal of excellence, that this movie is going to reach for places that only Brad can kind of, you know, navigate. And it has been incredibly fun to work with him, you know. Yeah, and of course, this is our first time that we've all been together, ever. We have never been together until today. So that's amazing. Well, I don't really have anything to compare it to because it is incomparable, this environment, and the fervent enthusiasm that thousands of people have that are actually physically out there coming at you. It's lovely.
Yeah, it's always amazing to be part of something that, you know, people really, really like. And for years and years and years, everybody's going, so when are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? When is it going to happen? When's it going to happen? And, you know, it's wonderful. And I was, wow, I don't even know how to describe the first day I showed up in the studio. It's kind of like, yeah. So, you know, getting it done and getting back in there was like really wonderful, and seeing Brad and all the people. So I'm really anxious to see the film and to enjoy it with an audience. Well, I have that same reaction. So yes, yeah, it's kind of jaw-dropping, and I think that's what they were sitting there doing, because we know things about Jack Jack that, you know, the family doesn't know, and there are things that we still don't know about him. So to watch him do different things is going to be a process of discovery, and he's even more incredible than everybody else. Well, you know, it's different being in a studio and being on set and looking at people that are bigger than you and have superpowers. You know, at least in this one, I have powers. Yeah, and you know, when I'm Nick Fury, I'm just kind of the only guy that's in the movie that doesn't really have powers. I'm just kind of angry. But anger can be a power.
We just met a couple of hours ago. But I feel like we're already like cementing the sibling rivalry, don't you?
She's the grumpy one, I'm the happy one.
Yeah, you're the happy one. For now.
I thought it was really funny, but before I saw it just as a sketch. I only saw it as a sketch. It was so funny because I like how Jack Jack is fighting a raccoon.
The idea itself is funny, and then the execution, you know, like some of the sounds and just watching, you kind of feel a little bad for the raccoon. He's sort of, you know, outgunned. Yeah.
I feel bad for the dad.
You do?
Like, at the end, he's like, Jack Jack has powers.
And it's like, oh no, what are we going to do?
It was great to see everybody, you know, the cast, because I don't think we've been together in one room. I don't know. We certainly, Sam and I recorded together, but I haven't been with Holly, so and Violet, so it was great. We kind of heard rumors, but that had been happening for a while, and you know, you just show business, you just let it go, and that's sure. But then, it happened and you're excited. Brad has done such a good job on the story and John Walker, and it's a lot of fun. And I think it's going to be great.